Hello everybody, welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney! Once again, I will be Phoenix! And everyone else is everyone else. You've got Luna as the beautiful ladies of the series. And you've got Lucas and Alec being pretty much everyone else. Whether they be good guy, bad guy, cringe, or everything in between. This is my friends. So, if you're watching the stream today, happy Father's Day to all of you. If you're watching this later, still happy Father's Day. You'll now know when we recorded this. Anyway, let's move on to the next case.
We're sorry for being late. We were watching man-made horrors beyond comprehension. You don't want to know.
That's no way to talk about Edgeworth.
Motress after this. We're gonna write Motress after this, I assume.
We gotta save Rasharam.
We got Rasharam to save.
Now, if I remember correctly, we got this lady. Celeste Impacts. So, let's go to hotel lobby and move to... Indeed. Where was it? Which room was it? It was... this one.
Oh god, so many accents!
Oh, hello. Something new.
Looks like Miss Andrews isn't here.
That's not good. I still have a few questions I want to ask her.
And she has that psych cloak on her heart, right? Oh god, Maya's gonna die!
Well, we don't have much of a choice, I guess. We'll have to come back later. Okay, so she's moved
Examine the suitcase.
on. Sorry, well, I thought I did that
It was an
already.
open suitcase. Oh, I can't remember.
Was it open and shut?
See? I have done it.
Okay. And she left a 2319 on the floor! Because this sucks.
Yes, yes. Slide to the right.
Oh yes, the Yowie room.
Gentlemen, if you would. Thank you. Guess I gotta go to
Oh
the...
sure, it's funny when some random guy wants to fuck Motress. It's cringe when I just make an observation.
No, it was never alright. There's nothing in that sentence that was alright.
But Reese, what about love each other?
No, just... no.
It has the same vibes as Wets Fighting Love.
You can't see it, but my face is in disarray right now. Mm.
We really need to react to that kind of stuff on stream. Just with how fucking unhinged everything is.
Maybe we should do that on a Friday or something. Just you and Alex show us God knows what, and we just see how we react.
Then we lose our will to live.
You mean we had a will to live to begin with?
Way ahead of you, Lucas.
The thing is, it's gonna be like that image that says, guy that thought he lost all hope loses one last bit he didn't know he had left.
Mm-hmm.
The lawyer dude. So, what did you find out?
Well, I'm still in the middle of investigating.
I see. But I've already told you everything I know, dude.
Can you tell me about your activities last night?
After I got the award, I took a break and went to my room. I had a post-ceremony stage show to do. So it's in my nickel samurai costume.
And you were alone the entire time?
My manager was running around being busy, so yeah.
Because of the press conference you were supposed to hold after the show?
I told you, dude. I have no idea about any press conference, alright?
That's strange. I thought the Nickel Samurai was going to confess something.
Anyway, when I was leaving my room, that's when I noticed it was kinda noisy.
Mr. Koida was already dead at that time?
Yeah, that's what I gather anyway from my manager.
I'm beginning to gather that this guy can't do a thing on his own.
And that's when the detective in the green coat showed up. He searched me, and then, out of the blue, the dude arrested me.
About you and the victim, Mr. Juan Koida. What sort of...
That's got nothing to do with anything, dude. Man, with that face of his, you can even tell he's the same age as me. And he wanted to try to make a Jammin' Ninja movie, even though we all know it would fail.
The Nickel Samurai still won in the end, right?
Yeah, I took the Grand Prix by storm. So why would I, the winner, have any reason to kill the guy anyway? Dude, you'd think it'd be the other way around, you know?
It's got a point. Interesting. Interesting. Not a huddle.
And they were roommates.
What's wrong? Did his brain fall out?
How much do you know?
What do you mean? How much?
Mr. Lawyer. I may be your client, but I hope you will keep yourself out of my personal life.
No, I would never...
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a lunch appointment I have to keep.
You're in detention! Who in the world are you going to eat with? The security guard?
Yeah.
A single tear just rolls down his eye like, we had a date planned, man. I have a life.
We called Uber Eats.
Mr. Nick, what's Uber Eats?
Basically it's where they deliver food to you.
Amazing.
Yeah. This Celeste Impacts lady. Somehow I get the feeling she is a very important person in all of this.
I bet she's his sister. Criminal affairs? Oh fuck, right. Gumshoe was fired! I had to fire Gumshoe!
It's all coming back to her.
Gumshoe! I'm sorry, pal! I'm so sorry, pal!
Oops.
The German lady made me do it!
Did you get everything out of her?
I'm not sure. I haven't shown
Oh
her
wait,
business.
she has a lock on her heart.
Does she?
I think so.
Talk? Try
Talk to
talking.
her. Every woman has a lock
Not-
on their
not
heart.
this
Oh
one.
right, we got Lolas. And we
I
got
guess
the
it's
old
Andrews.
hags.
Yeah, I guess it's Andrews, but she's missing.
Yeah, don't know where she's disappeared to. Do you know anything?
I've told you many times now, I'm a journalist. I've got so much info right laps in my head, I forgot things here and there.
Please don't get so worked up over this.
Ha! I don't care if you beg me. Be extra tough on kids, that's this girl's motto on learning youngsters. Bruh.
Okay.
Oh, she's an orphan.
So where else would this person be?
Rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat. Edgeworth! Help!
Badge.
Badge! It's been a year, he needs to see your badge!
I have no interest in talking about useless evidence. Put a little more thought into what you show me, Phoenix Wright.
Still as stuck up as ever.
And they were roommates.
Get good, Wright. Even I could do a better job as a defense attorney than you.
Ho ho ho, those fighting words,
You might
mister.
have to, sir!
Hmm. Where have I not been yet?
Hmm.
He's disappeared. Lovely. Hmm.
Did we fuck up?
No. Since there were no Psylocks, then that means we can trust Mr. On Guard to be innocent.
I really feel much better knowing that. Ever since last night, I was so worried that I kept wondering. What if he is the real killer? What then?
Means your system is broken.
Hey, I have something I want to ask you, pals.
Okay, what is it?
Why are you so interested in how Maya and I get along?
I ship it.
I mean, she and I don't have anything special go...
What do you mean? But I thought you were missing my I've been mistaken all this time. No way.
Ah! She really wasn't kidding. Pals actually believes Maya and I are... Maybe I should have just left it alone.
Mr. Nick, stop it. Don't hide your true feelings from me.
Ow! She slapped me!
Violet took out one. That was worthless!
Oh, wait.
She has you by the balls, Nick.
I'm such an idiot.
You're not an idiot.
No, I really am. I forgot to even try...
You're advanced!
Mr. Powers, you're lying.
Yeah, sorry. My Discord is acting up.
Oh
Okay.
no.
I'm honored you're asking me. I have no idea who this person is. Sorry.
It's okay. You don't have to apologize so much.
Sorry.
Okay. Maybe
So he's
Winback?
Canadian.
Sorry.
Sorry for being Canadian.
Rat-a-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat.
Okay. She's climbing up. Fine.
Please, anything would be helpful.
Well then, how about I tell you my measurements?
No, thank you.
Nope. That's okay, really.
She really doesn't like you, does she, Mr. Nick?
No, she does not. I know.
Oh, maybe that's why she wants to give you her measurements, so you would like her more.
What am I missing? I'm missing something.
The blue badger, clearly he's the key to it all again!
Nope, done that.
Hey, boss. You can talk to the boss there. Boss man.
Help!
This must be the chief of the detectives here. He's glued to his computer screen.
What? The Hero of Heroes award ceremony! The grand prize got away from the jamming ninja again!
He's invested.
Shouldn't you be reading something more important?
No!
He's playing
Blue
Tetris.
Badger!
That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself.
Hang in there. You'll be okay, buddy. You're not interested badly. A hangnail isn't. Hey, Gumshoe. Gumshoe! Gumshoe!
He must be doing image training for when a fellow officer is injured.
I'm writing a novel. Based on a true story.
These are the detective's desks. There are computers and files on each one. Funny, they're a lot tidier than I expected. I guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks.
Becky, be honest, how much did you have to hold yourself from saying it was a fanfiction?
Get out of my head. And for your information, it was a self-insert ship fic.
Same fucking thing.
I don't remember.
I
if
don't
you did
like
this.
to look through reports. I like suicide reports even less. Worst of all are the reports that have multiple parts like that one. That has 2.
Ah, I didn't do this last week, that's why. Okay. 2 parts?
What you just handed me is the first part of the report. Here is the second part.
The second part of the report is about an attempted suicide. The attempter's name, it's Adrian Andrews?
Gasp.
Miss Andrews, what did she do?
Look, pal, a badger!
She tried to kill herself. She doesn't seem like the kind of person to try to kill herself, though.
You think she's a strong career woman? That's just what she wants you to think. Adrian Andrews, she has a certain secret she's always trying to hide.
You gonna tell us what it is, bruh?
A secret?
What do I look like, a defense attorney? Her dependent nature. That's what she's really like on the inside.
Miss Andrews, dependent? Talk about the exact opposite of what that woman is.
Fuck.
What's this about Miss Andrews having a dependent nature?
Adrian Andrews' attempt at suicide was a few days after the death of Celeste Impax.
And?
And why did Adrian Andrews think about committing suicide? Because she had apparently lost her will to live.
Lost her will? But why would she?
Historians will say they were best friends.
Her pillar of strength, her mentor, Celeste Impax, was gone forever. That's why.
Why would that?
Is this what they call following someone to the grave?
After her attempted suicide, Adrian Andrews started attending counseling sessions. She is someone who needs a person in whom she can trust absolutely. And once she finds that person, she'll do anything she can to keep them near. Without such an anchor in her life, her crippling anxiety stifles her ability to live.
And that's the nature of her dependence on others.
When Celeste Impax suddenly committed suicide, the world before her turned pitch dark. That's according to Adrian Andrews himself.
Then that means her super confident attitude.
It's all a facade. She's only copying her mentor's behavior to hold herself together.
How terrible. Okay. Maybe that's everything I got or need. Maybe.
We like to move it, move it. We like to move it, move it.
It is such a
Lucas,
long
are you
reader.
demanding he show his badge?
Hmm?
Oh, I thought you said badge.
No, I was coughing.
Okay.
Nothing.
Oh, Miss Andrews is here. Let's traumatize her. But it looks like she's talking with someone.
That's Franziska von Karma!
No, 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 no!
Miss Von Karma, she's so mean.
What are you doing here?
Well, you see, I'm his lawyer, so...
You've got some nerve following me around like a creepy creep. Of creepy intentions, you creepy creep!
Honestly, sometimes I think you're following me around. Following you?
That's you, Miss Von Karma. You're the one doing the following.
Hells, I have taught you well.
You're always following after that Mr. Detective with the little beard.
Me? Following after Scrappy? Don't make me laugh. I just did. Let me show you something interesting, little girl. This is a child, right? Not a tiny old woman. She dresses like one.
What is that?
An electromatic receiver! I plan a tracking device on that detective. Pretty stalkerish. With this, I know that fool's every move. Didn't you make me fire him?
So that noise we heard was this receiver. I feel really sorry for poor Detective Gumshoe now.
Now then, let's stop wasting time. Adrian Andrews! Yes? Think hard about what we just talked about. Just discussed. Understood? Alright.
What were those two talking about?
Shoes.
Miss Andrews, she seems a little dazed, doesn't she?
She really likes Francesca's shoes.
Oh, okay.
Every time he does that, I just imagine him throwing that at a person's fucking forehead.
I know, right?
Same.
Why was Juan Corridor murdered? If you ask me, I think you know the reason he was killed.
Sippy sip.
Why are you hiding things? Don't you realize you're putting Mr. On Guard's life in danger by your actions? What's up, hon?
Ah,
Okay.
there we go.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back.
Alright.
Everything went mute my end.
Yeah, I noticed.
Ah.
It's fine.
Why do you ask questions for which I have no answers? Get a life. The truth is, I was not that close to Mr. Corridor.
You are not that close.
That's right, I've never been good at being intimate with another person.
You are not good at being intimate with another person. Somehow, I highly doubt that.
They were roommates. The tabloid, isn't it?
Alright. Thanks, Bex. For reminding me. Yeah, that one was on me.
Trigger finger!
Damage.
You and Mr. Corridor had an intimate relationship, did you not?
A Sally Ferry tabloid article.
Hold on, Heck. Hold on, Bex. Hold on.
Something happening with her computer?
I don't know. Because I can't hear her coming through my headset, so that means she's not coming through generally. Try again, Han?
Mm.
There you go.
Hello?
Okay. Yeah, go
Hello?
on. Go on. Go on.
Okay.
Hello, Governor.
I think she's silent again.
Yeah, she went silent again for some
Okay.
reason. Yeah, it's frozen. Give-
You keep.
yeah,
It keeps cutting me off.
it's alright. I can hear you
Yep.
now.
Okay. If you even had half your wits about you, you wouldn't believe such rubbish. Speedrun, baby.
Well, it seems quite a few people have already bought into this story.
They have t-shirts.
Mhm.
Humph. As to be expected in a world filled with crooks and liars.
Note to self, stay on her good side.
In any case, I despise interpersonal relationships like that.
I see. However, what if there was a need for you to get close to someone?
Me? Need to get close to Mr. Corridor? As if there was ever such a need.
Didn't you get close to Mr. Corridor for this person's sake? Now we can try it.
Edgeworth's gender bent!
Sure. Celeste Impact, your mentor.
How do you know about Celeste?
Miss Impacts. She committed suicide, didn't she? But it looks like no one knows why.
Oh, you shut up!
Right before her death, she was Juan Corridor's manager. So, I believe you got close to Mr. Corridor so you could find out more about her suicide.
You have a great imagination! Everybody's so creative! You may have a future yet as a slimy macracker for a putrid third-rate tabloid.
Miss Andrews.
There was no mystery surrounding her death. None! It would be pointless for me to force myself into a relationship for nothing.
Is that really true? Was there really no mystery at all? I don't believe you were there completely at ease with the way her suicide was resolved.
Try that one.
Nope.
Get a hold of yourself. If you want advice on doing it, I suggest asking someone else.
It's alright, don't worry about it. I don't believe you were completely at ease with the way her suicide was resolved. It's the first one. Miss Impact's
that's you.
Miss Impact's suicide note was never found, was it?
Oh!
Looks like the police were under the suspicion that someone had hidden it. Like, maybe the person who discovered her body. Mr. Corridor!
Juan?
Juan?
Sean? Juan? Greg?
And Miss Andrews, I believe you thought the same thing. That is why you became intimate with Mr. Corridor.
I've sat by quietly and listened to your insulting ramblings long enough! Francisco was right, you are a foolish fool. It's true that Celeste was my mentor, however, allow me to say this again. You're a dingus. It had nothing to do with me. I didn't even know that her suicide note was never found. I'm a person who doesn't care about what goes on in the lives of others. I'm not boring.
That's the impression you like to give, however, I don't think that's who you really are.
What?
I have evidence that says otherwise. This is proof that Celeste Impax was someone very special to you.
Yeet!
Miss Andrews, you throws a note at her. You nearly went through with it too, didn't you?
Went through with what?
Ending your life.
Shit.
Miss Andrews, you look and act like a very strong woman who has it all together. You don't ask for anyone's help, relying only on yourself.
Yes, I've been very independent ever since I can remember.
However, that is all just a lie, a facade. You've always searched out people on whom you can depend on.
Everybody knows your name. That's...
You are dependent on Ms. Impax, weren't you? Which is why, when she passed away, you lost everything you had.
Stop! When Celeste passed away, she said something like that. I died a death of my own, but... No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking about what had become of her note. It was driving me crazy.
You must have heard about the police report. The one that said the police suspected Mr. Koida of hiding Ms. Impact's note. You heard about it, and thought to recover it from him by getting close, am I right? If that's the case, then everything changes.
What do you mean?
What topic did we start this conversation on again?
It was why was the victim killed?
Exactly. Somehow, Ms. Andrews, it seems that you have become the one with a reason to want Mr. Koida dead.
Me?
Ms. Impax was everything to you. And then she died. And you would do anything to find out why she killed herself. Even commit murder!
Murder?
Ah, beautiful health.
No.
Blood
He just takes like a trail of some trail mix from his pocket and shoves it in his mouth.
Oh god, that took so much energy. Ah.
It's true, I am a woman who can only live in insecurity. I'm physically small. I don't really have a lot of self-confidence. You know how hard it is doing the badass bitch walk every day?
I have to wear such high heels and platform shoes you don't even believe.
I'm spending a fortune on the chiropractor.
Oh dear.
I've pushed against all that, though I tried to live strongly. I never wanted anyone to find out the truth. That I'm a complete emotional wreck. Miss Andrews, stop being so cringe. This one thing is the one thing I wanted to take with me to the grave. It was my secret, mine and mine alone.
I'm sorry.
You probably think I'm a worthless human being right now, don't you?
Please, Miss Andrews, all I want to know is the truth.
After Celeste passed away, I heard that someone had hidden her suicide note. And that someone was Juan Carianda. Jean Carianda?
Juan.
Celeste, without her, I became scared. Everyone seemed like they were out to get me.
So you got close to Mr. Koida to recover her suicide note, correct?
Looks like that tabloid report did the truth after all. Ironic, isn't it?
Well, Like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. Wait, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Mortal Kombat 9 reference.
And if they purposely add fuel to the fire, they keep the celebrity world burning.
I see.
Thank you. But as for the suicide note, I didn't and wouldn't kill anyone for it. It just doesn't suit me, that's all. Well, that's enough for now. I still have work to do, so I'm gonna go cry in the bathroom.
I understand.
I have one small favor to ask. My attempted suicide, I'd like for you to keep it a secret.
Miss Andrews?
I mean, if the game allows me to do so, I'll see what I can do.
If people found out about my weakness, I would sooner choose to die than live.
Alright! I understand. We'll keep it a secret. Damn, girl!
Did anyone have emotional blackmail on their bingo card?
No. Miss Andrews, I guess she's the overthinking type. She probably never says anything without carefully thinking it through first.
That's anxiety! Thank you for your discretion.
Mr. Nick, can I ask you something?
What is it?
Miss Andrews has been playing with that card in her hand
Since a little while back. Thank you, pal! I thought we'd never address that. It was driving me insane.
I know, right? That card, yeah. I guess she has.
Is this her fidget toy?
Miss Andrews, what is that card you're holding?
Huh? Oh, this. I don't quite know. It just suddenly appeared in my handbag. It's neat.
What is it? It looks like a seashell? Seashell?
That's what it looks like, doesn't it? I don't remember owning this card. I wonder where I picked it up from.
I'm not remembering something clearly. Sounds like it would be a rare occurrence.
Well, I must be off. I leave Mr. Engard in your capable hands.
Sarcasm, huh? Love it.
Oh, now you're being sarcastic.
Is it just me or did Francesca
Another
just
cookie maker.
disappear?
She's like, oh my god, feelings. I need to go bath.
Well, I think we've gathered about all we can.
What about Mystic Maya?
Is she alright?
Oh, Pearls. She looks so worn out by all this. She hasn't slept at all, and has been walking all over the place with me today.
What's wrong, Mr. Nick?
I just imagine Nick, like, in the fetal position at this point.
I'm a terrible guardian!
He every time he's thinking, he's just like head against the wall, and it's just that little shadow over him.
I'm so freaking depressed right now. Let's go back to the
Right, you're an
office
adult.
for a little while. You're really tired, right?
Oh no! I'm okay, really. I'm fine. I really am.
Ah, 8 years old and she's mastered denial.
You don't look fine to me. Ugh. So much back and forth.
And people hated the Big Top adventure.
This is a very long chapter.
Lovely.
So, what now?
What now? Bleh, bleh.
Well, we did find one thing out for sure. Miss Andrews has a motive.
You mean Miss Impact's
Impacts his suicide note? Wow, she really did have an impact.
Indeed.
You could say it was celestial one, huh?
Oh, fuck.
That's right. She was also the one to discover the victim's body. Clever.
Uh-oh.
They don't call it crime and punishment for nothing.
Got the
Ah,
tone.
Mr. Nick, the transceiver!
Hello, Mr. Wright and Co. Law officers.
Mr. Attorney, you're not answering a phone.
Maya! Where's Maya?
As I promised, I have not gone within a few feet of her this whole time. In fact, I'm enjoying a nice cup of tea at the moment. You can only wish you could afford these leaves.
I am
Nick, he's
watching
placed the hamburger out of reach! He's just letting it sit there, taunting me! He put a tiny fan next to it and wafts the smell to me!
It makes it funnier.
Nick, this is the
It
most
amuses
embarrassing thing
me
ever.
seeing her wriggle around.
Nick, this is worse than being accused of murder twice!
What's that? I'm being accused of murder? Twice?
No, I've been accused of murder, now give me the hamburger!
Maybe I could put another hamburger for each crime.
He just invented the triple Big Mac in that moment.
How about we spice up the things a little bit and put a cheeseburger next to them?
You monster! Let her go!
Which is why I suppose she is absolutely famished.
What?
So I suggest you win a quick acquittal, my friend.
Nick is threatening to put lettuce on the burger! And mayonnaise!
Damn it, Maya! I keep telling you to eat your vegetables.
No!
At any cost, wouldn't you agree? I'm going to put extra pickles on this one.
Wait! Maya! Let me hear her! More than I have already.
Not the pickles!
Yes, the pickles.
No!
Very well.
Ask me!
Maya! Is that you?
Sis! Ask me, sis!
Maya! Maya! Damn it! You cut me off!
Mr. Maya said ask my sis, did she? Guess I got... Pardon me? Guess I gotta go for puberty!
Sis? What does she mean by that? Come on, Phoenix. You're a hopeless one. Huh? Sorry. Ah! I thought I was talking to myself. No, it was you the whole time!
Puberty?
Mia!
I have a message from Maya, so come, ask me anything you want about her. And yes, she is being overdramatic about the goddamn cheeseburgers.
Welcome.
How's Maya?
She's safe, for now. That kidnapper's one to keep his word, it seems. I'm gonna go kick his ass.
I'm glad to hear she's safe. But Mia! How did you know?
Oh gee, it's not like I'm a frickin' ghost. As soon as she was locked up, Maya called for me. I read the note she left. Then I gathered as much information about her surroundings as I could.
I didn't know you could use spirit channeling like that. Pretty smart of her. The kidnapper! What's he like?
Creepy. I don't know. apparently Maya went to answer a phone call at the hotel and was drugged there. He was just like, would you like to try a tiny cheeseburger?
And
The
didn't see the
cheeseburger
face
was
of a
quite
checker.
nice.
It had chloroform in.
Ugh.
Maya's locked up in a very dark place right now. I'll tell you everything I heard when I was with her.
When you were with her?
In spirit! I'm starving. Why did he put the cheeseburger so far out of reach? I can really go for some apple pie. I mean, at a time like this, sweets are the only way to go. I have to stay positive. He promised he wasn't gonna kill me. I'm not going to die. I'm not gonna die. You're gonna die. Sis, I wonder if you're with Nick right now? Examine. It's a door.
Sure.
Drat! It's locked. But this door's locked seems easy enough to open. If only I had a rock. On TV, the hero always uses a plastic card or a stiff piece of cardboard. Then click, they magically open the door. I wonder if there's a card like that around here I could use. There's all sorts of things piled up here. Any cheeseburgers? It's too dark to see. No cheeseburgers. Wine. What's this? Feels like there are a lot of glass bottles here. And these, they feel like barrels. I'll pass. Too bad I'm really hungry and not really thirsty. Come on, Maya, drink your sorrows away. It's never too early to start.
Technically, she's not allowed to.
Huh? Someone dropped a card here. Ooh. Kinda looks like a business card, but there's no name on it. It's a picture of a seashell, I think. I've never been to the beach. What a strange card. Ah! That's it! The shell card. If I use this, maybe I can get the door open. This might be my key out of here. And then I can get cheeseburgers. I had a feeling this card might be useful. I'm such a genius! Snaps the card in half when trying to pick the lock. No! Alright, now if you excuse me, Mr. Kidnapper. Click! I did it! Okay, now I'm getting the heck out of here. I shouldn't keep Nick waiting or worried.
As you
Da
said,
da 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 da.
Da 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 da. Boom.
that was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Not gonna lie.
Nothing's that easy, Reese.
Adrian did it.
That's what it looks like.
Dude, no way! That woman couldn't do anything like that.
In court today, there will be a mountain of evidence that will implicate her. Sorry,
I'll implicate you.
yeah, implicate you.
Mountain of evidence? Do I have to climb it?
No.
I'm certain there is someone out there trying very hard to pin this whole thing on you.
Please, Mr. Lawyer. Dude, like I said yesterday. I'm refreshing like a spring breeze, alright? I can't let any sort of scandal ruin that.
I understand.
Well, it's almost time.
I don't. Oh.
Oh, right.
Mia!
We must get a complete acquittal today. You get that? My sister's on the line.
I know. But I can't focus on Maya's situation right now. Or Pearl's either. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day.
Indeed. Well, let's get going. Oh, shit.
It's him! This is Wright.
Good morning. This is it, Mr. Attorney. The day of the trial.
Maya, she's unharmed, right?
Well, when I checked on her earlier this morning, she seemed a bit, shall we say, tired. Don't worry, people don't die that easily. I should know. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial. For my sake, as well as yours, you must win today's trial. Which is why I sent you a little present this morning.
Present? What in the world would you want to give me?
You'll figure it out once the trial starts. And even if you don't like my gift, I expect you to graciously accept it and win the day's contest, if you please.
Wait! The kidnapper sent me a present.
Present for you.
Mr. Lawyer, dude? Who's that?
No one. It has nothing to do with you, so forget you heard anything.
Dude, do your nose just get longer? Weird.
Oh, God, he has a brain cell, Nick.
I know, it's scary, isn't it?
What's a brain cell?
And we're back.
I don't know why when the killer went to go check him by, I just imagine he opened the doors like and just started sweating like, uh-oh. She's tired!
Go to Stallings!
No, you guys got it, it's fine.
No.
Me. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt on guard. Are the prosecution and defense ready? The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Francisca?
Oh my god, I'm not gonna get whipped today! It's a good day.
Where the fuck is Francisca?
I say, Mr. Wright, what happened to Miss Von Karma? I don't know, Your Honor. Why are you getting mad at me?
Because everything's your fault, right?
Your Honor!
Please be quiet, bailiff. Court is in session. If you must tell me something, please keep it brief. Now then, what is it?
Prosecutor Von Karma has... This morning, Miss Von Karma was shot by an unknown gunman.
Oh!
What? Shot?
Was it Gumshoe taking vengeance?
This is for my ramen pile.
Somehow.
Witness me, pal!
I think this is the present that man was talking about.
His present?
Miss Von Karma is one of the top prosecutors in the country at the moment. If she were to disappear... it would be to your advantage. They just shove out Winston pain like,
This
Objection!
is totally insane. Miss Von Karma, is she alright?
Okay,
I don't have-
she can take out after daddy and go into court with a bullet in her.
I don't have that answer.
Go on,
Alex?
Vicky.
she's alive and in stable condition.
Me?
That's
Yeah,
good.
yes. Yeah.
Oh, it's Edgeworth? Okay.
Yeah.
She's alive and in stable condition.
You're. I thought you'd.
I thought when Karma would show up, it's like,
She's still in a hospital gown with just one of those bag things attached to her wrist.
He's
don't-
not a
we don't
first one, Mr. Wright.
you can't keep a one Karma down with mere bullets. You should have known that from my father.
Daddy?
My papa knew that very well.
Your Honor. Due to the circumstances, Miss Francisca Von Karma cannot appear in court today.
Oh, thank goodness.
I, Miles Edgeworth, will be taking her place.
God damn it!
Fuck! Edgeworth, I thought we were friends!
The prosecution is ready, naturally.
So what are you doing
Maybe
with
at
the
the wrong
stands?
side of the table, but
There we go.
it's good. Miss Von Karma was shot in her right shoulder and is currently undergoing surgery.
Wasn't that the
They
same
had to
side as her
confiscate
father?
Her whip.
It
Yeah.
was her whipping hand.
Wait, wasn't her father shot in the right shoulder too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Luckily, I have looked this case over and am familiar with the details. The prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Matt Hungard.
The judge is just like, should we call God Ghostbusters?
Why?
Because you're a ghost!
Well, Your Honor, hell has frozen over.
I just don't understand what's going on. I could have sworn that you were among the deceased, Edgeworth. But here you are, in the flesh. Are you a zombie? You can't have my brains! You'll never take me alive!
Someone get the judge his meds again.
Get him 2 cc's of Totodile! Just check the
It's
flash
okay, I have them right here.
The court
I brought
acknowledges
them with me.
the prosecution.
Right. I finally found the answer I was struggling for on my long journey this past year.
Ah, the smug! Oh no!
By the time this case comes to the end, you too will know the answer. You poor delusional fool.
You smug bastard!
Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand.
Gumshoe!
Witness, your name and occupation.
My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir.
The 18-year-old
I'm a detective down in the precinct. For now.
For now?
After this trial's over, I'm supposed to turn in my badge, sir.
Detective Gumshoe.
Bro!
The prosecution has no need for a depressed witness. That means I have to go, guys. Bye. Lift your head up and face forward like a proud officer, Detective Dick Gumshoe.
Yes, sir.
Now, let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that.
Get ready, Phoenix. This is gonna be one very rough fight.
Yeah. It would have to be with Edgeworth as my opponent. Granted, he was struggling for interesting.
He eat, prayed, and loved all over Europe.
show me this answer you finally found, Edgeworth.
The answer was you, Mr. Wright.
Bare facts of the case.
Fair.
This murder happened after the Hero of Heroes award ceremony, sir. The victim, Juan Corrida, was found dead in his hotel room. After looking into the cause of death, we believed he was definitely murdered, sir. At first, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder.
After the awards ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room.
Yes, sir. Both the victim and the defendant went alone to their rooms, sir.
I see. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
This murder happened after the Hero of Heroes award ceremony, sir.
Could you please give us a brief timeline of what happened after the ceremony?
Okay, pal. The ceremony started at 6 p.m. It ended around 8 p.m. And then there was a short break. A special post-ceremony show was supposed to start in the lobby 30 minutes later.
And that's when the victim's body was found, correct?
Which is to say, the murder occurred during that 30-minute break period.
Please continue with your testimony, detective.
The victim, Juan Corrida, was found dead in his hotel room.
The person who discovered the victim's body was Adrian Andrews, correct?
Yeah.
Who is this Adrian Andrews you're talking about?
She's the defendant, Matt Angard's manager. She's a real pretty lady, sir.
Pretty, you say?
Ah, so she's a pretty lady. I wonder if she will grace us with her presence.
When the post-ceremony show was about to start, she went to get Mr. Angard. After visiting his room, she next went to the victim's room to get him for the show, sir.
I see. And that's when she found the victim's body.
After looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir.
The cause of death? Wasn't that because Mr. Corridor was stabbed in the chest?
Only a careless amateur would believe something so brainless as that, pal. Take a good, hard look at the crime photo. Now, a real pro's attention would be drawn here to this bandana.
Banana?
His bandana, sir. That's the thing wrapped tightly around his neck, sir.
Ah, yes, I see. His banana-scented bandana. Nailed it.
Bruh.
Then, what about the knife?
It seems to have been stuck in the victim's chest on purpose after his death.
Wait, so he's strangled? We have a crafty murderer on our hands here. Okay.
At first we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case.
And why did you think that?
Because it was empty, pal. The Jammin'
Like your
Ninja
client's
doesn't
head.
go anywhere without his bright red guitar. And we couldn't find it anywhere in the scene of the crime.
Oh! But how about this theory? A fan really wanted a guitar and did a crime to get it. How's that? I mean, it's just a theory. A murder theory.
What did you say, Becky?
I can't even remember something like you like just Gumshoe be like your client doesn't even have a brain cell or something.
We thought of that too, but the only fingerprints on the guitar case were the victims.
Only the victims. Huh. I see. So much for my theory then. But hey, it was just a theory.
Crime theory.
However, we later found that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder.
What convinced you it had nothing to do with the case?
I get it. Guitar case. The guitar wasn't at the Gatewater Hotel that night.
Well then, where was it?
The bright red guitar was eventually found at the TV studio. The victim, Juan Corrida, had apparently only taken the case with him, sir.
So, you mean he forgot to put the guitar inside the case?
Yes, sir. Even when he was on stage for the ceremony, he didn't have his guitar.
So the guitar case was empty even before he got to the hotel?
Yeah, that's right. So it really had nothing to do with the case at all.
I believe that is enough. First, the victim was choked to death with his bandana. Then, after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. Which brings me to my next point. Why then did the police arrest Matt and Guard? Because there was reason enough to suspect him.
Here it comes. Looks like Edge was back in full swing. Very well, Detective Gumshoe, please testify about this matter.
Yes, sir. Matt Angard and Juan Corrida were huge rivals with each other. They each thought the other guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's the Jammer Ninja's button. It was ripped off of the ninja costume and was found in Mr. Angard's hakama. The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. The defendant bought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder.
So the defendant's fingerprints were found on the knife used in the stabbing.
It was sort of sticky on the end, also the fingerprints came out pretty clearly, sir.
Gatewater.
Okay.
So it wasn't bought.
And here's the button.
Oh, was found in the defendant's clothes, was it? And is this button also covered in blood?
Sir, let's evidence.
It's not ketchup.
Yes, and we know that the blood on it is the victim's blood, sir.
What? Blah blah blah. All of this points very clearly to the defendant, doesn't it?
Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. Ready to give in yet, right?
I'll find a hole in your argument somehow. After all, I did it, what, 3 times last year? 4?
5.
You can press as hard as you'd like. Just hurry up with your usual pointless questions.
Ho 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 ho! Aren't you so sure of yourself, Mr. Edgeworth? Hey Larry, get a look at this guy. He thinks he's hot shit after being gone for a year.
I had to think he used to be his pants, Nick.
I know,
You
right?
remember?
Yeah, this guy, honestly. Ugh.
At least I stopped pissing my pants, Larry.
Look, I told you. That was a ghost. It spooked me.
Oh dear.
Meta and Guard and One Corridor were huge rivals with each other.
Tell me more. I mean, but in terms of popularity, Mr. Ungard won, did he not?
Yeah, but you know what's ironic, pal? One Corridor was always one step behind Mr. Ungard and everything. This year it seemed like he'd finally caught up, ready for the big final showdown.
But Mr. Corridor lost the Grand Prix in the end. That is too bad. You must have been pretty downhearted after losing. I remember when I lost the TCG Pokemon tournament to little Susie. That fucking bitch! Why not a Mimikyu card? Mimikyu! That thing should have been banned!
Your Honor, it's the fifth case today. You've been talking about that. Please let it go.
My Pachirisu!
over it!
My Pachirisu should have won that match, damn it! It should have won!
I will sue that little bitch. They each thought the other guy was in his way. That's motive enough in my book.
Wait just 1 second here. Mr. On Guard was beating Mr. Corridor in the popularity polls.
Well, yeah, I guess, but
Which means that in the defendant's eyes, the victim was not a rival at all. Which means he had no motive to kill at all.
Hey Reese, you haven't saved in a while.
Oh yeah, that's a fair point. Yes. I quite agree. Well, Mr. Detective.
it's not. Well, I guess if you put it that way, then yeah, the defendant would have had no motive.
Detective, I'm beginning to see why you were fired.
Oh, you're not a good husband, Edgeworth.
Not you too, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. That's...
I look forward to your pension negotiations.
For God's sake!
No!
Now, Detective! Let's continue with the testimony.
No, not my poor pension too.
Detective, if you value your money, I suggest you proceed.
Yes, sir. We can talk about my pension later, sir.
Oh, Gumshoe! How?
What about what I was saying? Hello? Anyone?
As for evidence, there's the Jammin' Ninjas button.
Do you have any
My
proof?
pension.
Do you have any proof that button belonged to the victim?
Oh my goodness, she told my future wife. Huh? What do you mean, pal?
Oh, let me put it this way. I'm asking you if you have any evidence to back up your claim that this button was ripped off of the Jammin' Ninja's costume.
Huh? But can't you tell by just looking at it?
Look at his photograph.
And the victim's blood is on it.
Anyone could have smeared that blood on there afterward.
Mr. Edgeworth, help me, sir.
Alright. I knew it had to be this piece of evidence. Now to reel this one in.
Fred, the button was attached to the costume buffed Fred, of course, obviously. And that thread snapped when the button was torn off. If you match up the ends of the thread on the costume with the thread on the button, it's a perfect match.
Yeah, that's it. They're a perfect match, pal.
Ugh.
That's Edgeworth for you. Never misses a beat.
It was ripped off of the ninja costume when it was found in Mr. Angar's Hakama.
When was this button found?
Pretty soon after the body was found, we rounded up everyone who knew Mr. Corrida. And then we did a search on them all. That's when we found the button.
So it was almost immediately after the murder.
And the police didn't have the free time to lollygag and play tricks, unlike some people.
Hey! What's he trying to say about me, huh?
The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife.
How were the fingerprints arranged on the knife?
Huh? What do you mean, pal?
By examining the fingerprints, you can determine how the defendant held the knife. For example, did he hold it normally or overhand?
Oh, is that what you meant? Well, we didn't actually think of that.
I can't believe the bumbling of this department.
Hopeless. Were you paying attention to the testimony, right? The defendant's fingerprints were all over the knife. There is no way to determine how the knife was held at the moment of the murder.
So is the defendant the owner of this knife then?
The defendant bought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder.
There's no way this was a premeditated murder, even if he bought the knife.
Sorry, pal. This isn't some pocket knife. It doesn't fold, so it's not great for walking around with either.
Well, this is not good. If the prosecution can prove it was a premeditated murder, we're done for.
Phoenix?
Yes.
Yes, Mom?
There's something very interesting about what the detective said just now. Think carefully before it gets too late.
The button covered in the victim's blood and a knife with unguard's fingerprints.
Be grateful if the judge were more rash. He had already pounded his gavel in closing.
You're still in a world of trouble. So we're still in a world of trouble.
Well, before any battle, you must find your enemy's weakness. That's why I stole his Game Boy. So let's find the weakness in this testimony, no matter how small it may be. Okay, Phoenix?
And we're on to the beginning.
Save up, Reese. Don't want to make the wrong choice. You only have so much health.
You're not wrong.
Save, motherfucker, save!
Just did. Wait a second.
What?
So, the basis of your argument that this was a premeditated murder is simply that my client bought a knife beforehand.
That's right, pal. The defendant.
Did not buy this knife.
Huh?
Take a good look at the handle of this knife, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Huh?
It has a gate water seal set into the handle.
Gate water. I think I've heard that name somewhere before.
That's the name of the hotel. The Gatewater Hotel.
Uh-oh.
The murder knife was actually property of the hotel, which means this murder was not premeditated. Yes, that is very true. This is a very big. Oh, what is it, Mr. Edgeworth?
I forgot how shiny your head was.
I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless.
What?
I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined.
How so?
I admit this knife is hotel property. There is no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough to not realize this.
But I didn't know.
Oh!
The question is, where did this knife come from?
What? Why, that's obvious. It came from the victim, Mr. Koida's room.
Sorry, Your Honor, but that is incorrect. The victim ate a last meal before he was murdered. With that being the case, I would like to draw the court's attention to what is on top of the table.
There is a knife and a fork on the table. Ben, where in the world did this knife come from?
If it pleases the court, I would like for us to recall the room of the defendant, Mr. Matangard. Especially what was on top of his table. There is something missing. Perhaps it is a single knife? We investigated the leftover dishes for fingerprints, and while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Mr. Matangard's knife was missing. Mr. Angard had gone to the victim's room with the knife he had used during dinner. Why would he carry a knife on a visit? To kill, of course. And with that, I believe the prosecution has proven. This was a premeditated murder.
Well, shit.
Amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. Absolutely brilliant. A brilliantly clear deduction.
It seems like Edgeworth had this planned from the very beginning.
This must be one of those traps, and I just walked headlong into it. A murder weapon with fingerprints, and a button from the victim's costume. There is quite a sizable amount of evidence here.
I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of your honor's time. Although, I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court.
Evidence not yet shown.
He means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. In other words, new evidence, Nick.
What does the defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright? Well...
Phoenix! The judge is favoring the prosecution right now! Mostly because I'm about to delete his Pokemon save.
Speaking
we
of saves...
If we answer something wrong here,
That
it's
gavel...
gonna get fucky wucky!
That gavel of his will be ringing out to the sound of our defeat. Mr. Wright, do you have something important and necessary to present to this court?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, no. No, I don't. I don't.
There's one.
Okay, what bullshittery?
One piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something that this court has yet to see. Mr. Wright, I will say this one more time. Do not feel this trial needs to continue at all. However, I'm giving you one chance, and only one.
What the judge is saying, Mr. Wright, is don't try pulling one of your usual bluffs here.
If I mess this up, there's curtains for all of us. Yeesh! You may now present one, and only one, piece of evidence. Now then, what is this important evidence that you must show to the court?
My
Have you
bad.
seen this? This phallic-shaped camera, sir?
It looks like a penis.
How is this relevant to the case, Mr. Wright? I don't know, but this fucking thing bothers me.
Mr. Edgeworth is a dick.
I mean, you're not.
My
wrong.
relevancy is that Mr. Edgeworth is a big fucking dick.
Oh, what have you got to say to that, Mr. Ashworth?
I fucking hate you all.
I fucking hate all of you. Why did I come back?
You want us to meet the Steel Samurai?
Fuck.
It's the badge.
It is not a
You came
fucking
back
badge.
for the blue badger. You came back for the blue badger.
This is a wine glass. Is it not?
Yes, Judge, you have a drinking problem. This is an intervention.
Okay, hear me out, please. Don't say I'm guilty. Please look at the photo of the crime scene one more time. The scene is a mess because of the victim's struggle against his assailant. Okay, you following me? The vase was broken. His makeup is all over the floor. These were all things that were at one point sitting on top of the dresser. Well, yes. I see your point. However, This glass is sitting on top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that had not fallen over along with everything else is this wine glass. This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration. Well, what do you all have to say? Well, yes. It is a little peculiar. Yes, isn't it? I thought it was. You can stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now. Mr. Edgeworth?
What is it, Your Honor?
Your opinion?
You don't need my opinion. Because there is no special meaning to that glass.
What?
It's safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place. By that person who discovered the body, Adrian Andrews, for example. She could have easily been so shocked that she set the glass down without thinking.
That does sound very plausible, Mr. Wright. Could Miss Andrews really have set that glass down without thinking?
No, it's the children who are wrong.
Safe's coming, safe's coming.
If I appear weak here, the trial is over. I can look for my proof later. For now, I should trust my instinct and point with certainty.
They just might fall for it if you're thought-provoking enough.
The defense would like to challenge the prosecution's theory. We would like to see something that proves it was Miss Andrews who set the cup on the table. You've turned the situation on its head yet again, as usual. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any proof to back up your claim? There's no way he has any. He's just bluffing.
Unlike Mr. Wright, I never say anything unless I have the evidence to support it.
Damn it!
What?
You're not thinking hard enough today, Wright. Did you think that this wine glass escaped my notice?
Yes.
Then...
Of course it has been thoroughly inspected for fingerprints.
I don't think so.
Fingerprints?
Well, I'm into that shit. There were only one set of fingerprints left on this wine glass.
Only one? Oh, whose were they?
They were not the victims, nor the defendants. Rather, they were of one Adrian Andrews.
What?
Well then.
Whoa.
This is why I said that the person who had discovered the body had left it there. What? Did you think I was making shit up? I'm not you, Wright. Are we done here, Mr. Wright?
I can't believe I fell into another trap!
Miss Andrews was probably holding the glass when she went to see Mr. Corilla. But upon seeing his dead body, she was stunned and set the glass down on the dresser.
What you just said makes a lot of sense.
She is so cute. Now you see,
Spray, spray,
right?
spray.
You can do it, Becky. You have to go into the sounds.
Sounds.
Yes, opens the soundboard, and then click on spray bottle. Do it.
Ah.
Feel the power.
Oh!
We're not advancing before you do it. There you go.
There's also the bonk here.
Yeah. Now, do you see, right? You can't change any part of my scenario as it explains everything all too well. Especially my attraction to Miss Andrews right now. I fought long and hard this past year what it means to be a prosecutor. To bang hot chicks. And from here on out, I will show you the answer I have come to discover. Right in this court.
Wait a second! What the fuck was that? Are the ghosts of my past coming back to haunt me for what I did in Nam?
This is not about you, Judge. This is my moment.
Mr. Edgeworth! I think the prosecution has provided enough evidence for me to enter my verdict.
Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet. The prosecution has yet another witness we would like the court to hear from.
Another witness?
Yes. Bailiff, bring in the next witness.
What in the world is Edgeworth thinking?
It's definitely not with my dick.
Definitely not.
Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. Witness! Your name and occupation, please. Ah!
Gotcha!
Like, he's just like, not again, I thought you'd be dead!
I wonder what.
Hoping she would be dead by the time I returned.
That's why I left.
I wonder what happened to that calm composure he had earlier.
Oh, Edgy boy, it's been what, a year since we last met, hasn't it? You should be more happy to see me.
Edgeworth just pulls out a spray bottle.
I saw the report with her testimony, but who knew that under that helmet it was that wicked witch of the witness stand?
I tell you, this time I know what I'm supposed to do.
Are you sure?
So today, I'm going to tell you anything and everything. Even things that don't have to do with the terrible crime.
Miss! Witness! What terrible crime is all this court needs to know? Oof!
Shush, I'm talking to my dear Edgy Reggie right now.
Ooh woo.
Don't interrupt us, Gramps.
You know more than me! Yes, madam.
No. Please, by all means, interrupt her, please! Anyway, witness, your testimony, please.
It's true what they say, that youth are hot-headed nowadays. Not that I mind at all, Edgy.
He's edging to insanity.
Now then, what should I start with?
The witness was on security detail at the hotel on the night of the murder. Is this correct, Miss Oldbag?
It was a great job being able to see my dear Juan. It was always too much for my little heart to handle.
You mean you were a fan of the victim?
Everyone is crazy over that in guard, saying he's cute in a fresh way or something. But not me. I wouldn't say anything so silly. After all, I have no interest in a little child like him.
I know, right? You got a baby face.
I'm only interested in a real man, Juan Correda.
They're the same age.
But it's the face, Reese.
But those two were the same age. See?
I'm superficial like that. Stop looking at me like... I'm some... Anyway, as I was saying, I was pacing in front of his room that night, planning my attack.
Very well, please, the court. Please tell the court what you witnessed the night of the murder.
Leave it to me, Edgy Pull.
Edgeworth just vomits in his mouth a bit.
Oh.
Anyway, after the ceremony, I went to pace around in the hallway in front of the room. There was something I was interested in finding out, you know. Well, since I was in the job, I made sure to keep a good eye out the whole time. That's when someone showed up. It was a man coming out of poor Juan's room. He was on guard, Matt on guard. He was trying to sneak his way out of Juan's room.
So, Mr. On Guard came out from the victim's room.
See? It has to be him. He's the murderer.
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Anyway, after the ceremony, I went to pace around in the hallway in front of his room.
Creepy.
Ms. Oldbag, what was your post on that night?
The lobby. I was supposed to help set up the stage for that trifling show. But I refused to help. I'll have you know, it was for that lead-headed samurai show. I even took out a few of the nails.
Maybe it was a good thing the show didn't go on.
Besides, that manager with the glasses seemed to be working hard at it without me. So I thought I'd take a break and spread my wings a little.
And that's when you went to hang around the victim's room? Sorry, victim's door.
It was something I was interested in finding out, you know.
Something you were interested in. And just what was that?
It's not some little thing I can just go around telling everyone, you know. It's top secret between me and Juan. And Edgy Poo, of course.
Miss Edgeworth, what is this thing she was interested in?
Cute boys.
I have no idea. I despise gossip, Your Honor.
Gossip?
But should it prove relevant, we can always have it appended to her testimony later.
It looks like we should enforce it right now.
And did the witness stay in the vicinity of the victim's door the entire time?
Well, since I was on the job, I made sure to keep a good eye out the whole time.
Okay, so I'll remember for that one.
You're not gonna press?
On this one, I am. I just want to remember what she said, or evidence later. Oh! Then would you tell us the number of people who went in and out of Mr. Koida's room?
I have no idea. I wasn't born so I could count things for those who didn't pay attention in class. That's why, ever since I turned 20, I keep track of how old I really am.
Yes! Well, That would explain why your age was not included in the report.
In any case, the witness then saw someone, correct?
That's when someone showed up. It was a man coming out of poor Juan's room.
Who in the world was that? Was it Carmen Sandiego? Was it Wally?
Carmen Sandiego.
Or Waldo in the States?
I'm not allowed to say. That sort of information has to be carefully guarded from the masses, Sonny. The man that came out of Juan's room? He was.
Yes? He was?
I'm too scared. I can't say his name out loud.
What, was it Voldemort or something? Who? Oh. What I wouldn't give to have Francesca's whip right about now.
She just like sits up on the operating table like, I must go whip an imbecile.
Why do I have sudden urge to whip some imbecile in the face?
Madam, we're in the middle of surgery! Get back
Come
up
over
there!
here, nurse.
Work faster, you imbeciles!
My
I'm
whipping
thinking
hand
full
is
about
not
myself.
getting any better. Well, I guess I could tell you, since he was such a bad boy anyway.
Bruh.
He was on guard. Met on guard. He was trying to sneak his way out of Juan's room.
You saw my client. Are you sure about that?
Last time there was a cosplay.
I know, right?
Yes, sir.
Really?
Annoying brat. When I say I saw someone, I saw that person.
Why do I get a sense of deja vu? Maybe to avoid a repeat of last year, I should delve into this a bit further.
The person's face?
Please tell the court about the man's face in more detail.
You don't need me to tell you about his face. That soft, gentle look in his eyes and his effeminate lips. His right eye covered by his silky hair. His sparkling, shining teeth.
His teeth are shining?
Well, he's shining all around in this week's pinup poster, dearie.
This week's pinup? Why do you... I mean... I don't care how he looks in this week's issue, please stay with what you saw that night.
What? Engar's face is the same no matter where it is. You know, you whippersnapper.
So, Mr. Wright, was this testimony just now important or relevant in any way? It was very important? Of course it was important, Your Honor.
Then perhaps you would like to point out what part of that testimony was important?
You don't really have to put it that way to get me to say. Mr. Wright, there's something much more valuable than a person's pride, and that is time. Please don't waste this court's precious time with worthless questions. Yes, Your Honor. I think I just wasted his good favor.
She may not remember things or be mistaken here and there, but I don't think she's lying.
That's bad for us. Really bad.
But that's how the human mind is. It also has the tendency to jump off topic. She strayed onto a few interesting side topics this time too, hasn't she? But that's what makes her a sweet old lady, right? Right? She's so nice.
That's because you're not the one who has to question her. Okay then. That's not right. Why's that not right? That was the one, wasn't it?
What?
And that just was talking about gossip.
I mean, what's the contradiction?
Well, he didn't know the gossip,
You
so
have to think. You have to think of this as contradictions.
Oh, right.
You can try other options. You had options when you were asking for appearance.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking if there was anything else I might have missed.
Hmm.
What was the man that you saw carrying?
In which hand? His right or his left?
Hmm?
Ah, now this is a real mess. I mean, I can't be expected to answer such a vague question.
Indeed! Please be more specific with your question, Mr. Wright. Sorry. What was the man you saw carrying in his right hand?
He wasn't carrying anything in that hand.
Then, how about his left?
Empty.
Well, this whole thing has been a lot of nothing. So, Mr. Wright, was this testimony just now important or relevant in any way? Yeah.
I think you're not getting penalized.
I know, right?
His clothes!
Please tell the court about the man's clothes in more detail.
What a troublesome man you are. Really. As if something like that matters.
But it does.
What was it? Oh, yes, it was that thing.
What thing?
That gaudy thing he's always wearing. That racing jacket.
Ah, he was wearing that at the detention center too.
That thing's meant for nothing but seducing women out of their pantaloons. Man.
Right. So, Mr. Wright, was this testimony just now important or relevant in any way? Of course it was important, Your Honor.
And perhaps you would like to point out what part of the testimony was important.
Don't you see it, Edgeworth? Your Honor, I request what the witness said about the jacket be appended in her testimony. I don't quite see where you're going with this, but alright. Witness, please.
Ah, well, I don't like to be bad. I don't like to badmouth anyone for that reason, but if I must.
You whippersnappers?
He was wearing his flashy racing jacket. Honestly, it's all just for show.
Now you've got a contradiction.
Are you sure the defendant was wearing a racing jacket?
What do you think? It's not like I've seen him in anything other than that horrible thing. I'm sure he was wearing it.
She is so sure of herself that it's the point. That it's to point of
To the
self.
point.
To the point of self-absorption.
She may not remember things or be mistaken here and there, but I don't think she's lying. Oh, I already read this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's wearing that jacket, which means he's not wearing his costume. So how did a button get found in his costume?
Yep.
Someone else was wearing the costume.
Yes.
When they arrested him, it was in his hakama that he was wearing.
Hmm.
So this is a clear contradiction.
Yep. What is it? I suppose it's the button, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, read the description, yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. Ms. Old Bag.
What? Don't say my name for no reason.
Do you know what this is?
Ah, it's butt number 2 in the Java Ninja costume.
Give it.
Now I know she's an obsessed fan. She identified it in a single glance.
Give it here! Give it here! If you don't give it to me, I'll punish you for this! With this.
Wow, she really is a die-hard fan. She wants a button covered in blood.
I can clone him!
This button was discovered on Mr. Ungod's body during a full-body search.
See? See? This button proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that it was that rascal in guard.
It was caught up in the pleats of his nickel samurai hakama pants.
See? See? And that guard is this nickel samurai.
Witness! Now, it may just be me, and I do have an active imagination. But just now, didn't you say that the defendant, not on guard, was wearing his usual racing jacket?
I'm not talking to you.
Ah, I'm so sorry. Sorry that you judge people based on what they wear. If I were the trendiest dressed between...
God, I give up. I can read it, but I can't read it. Like,
Yeah, I know what you mean, but
voice like all this.
don't worry.
He's got style.
Like, I can see the letters and words, but it's going too fast for me to read it.
My brain
I
cannot
can read it.
comprehend.
Yeah. Now hold your tongue still there for 1 second. So what you saw in actuality was not Mr. On Guard, the man, but Mr. On Guard, the Nickel Samurai.
Ooh!
But when you think about it... they're really one and the same anyway.
Missile Bag. This is a very important point we're talking about.
Itchy Poo, do you think so too?
Well, it might be something worth considering.
Just say it's important and agree with me for a change. Witness! Think carefully and try to remember as much as you can before you testify.
Alright, if you insist.
I should be the one sighing, not you.
Thank God, thank God. Yes, now I remember. The Nickel Samurai, that's right. It was that Nickel Samurai that I saw. Yes, it would have been convenient for him to wear his costume during the murder. He had to get that post-ceremony stage show right after the crime, you know. So he must have worn that Nickel Samurai costume when he was stabbing poor Juan.
I knew it. This is a year ago, all over again. The stupid old bag is just judging someone by their costume and not seeing their actual face.
And she's projecting.
I knew you'd say he was inside that costume!
Why? Did you think there could have been someone else inside that costume?
Yes! Because we did this a year ago!
Don't be a bad little boy thinking such rude things.
But the possibility does exist!
Yesterday. I told you, there's no way it was anyone else.
How do you know that?
Because I said so. And what I say is the truth.
I could kill this... No, that's not how this shit works!
Sure it is.
Just be sunny.
At least she's just as delightful a witness as she was a year ago. Just because you say chocolate is cheese does not make it cheese.
It is if you mix it with chocolate.
That's a whole different thing. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Guard, yes, now I remember. The Nickel Samurai, that's right, it was the Nickel Samurai that I saw.
Is there any point actually doing the first one?
I mean, it's up to you. Probably will lead to some funny dialogue.
Alright. For the content, would you please get on with your testimony?
What's your language, young man? What sort of tone is that stick of an elder? My youthfulness isn't what it used to be, so you should forgive me for everything.
Oh my god, just like my grandma.
If you keep on barking at me like that, I'll start singing at the top of my lungs.
What?
Does your grandmother sing?
No, thankfully. I'm not singing that.
A striking figure by the sea!
If
Standing all alone is he! He's a Nickel Samurai! She's actually singing. Someone, help my poor ears! Mr. Edgeworth, can you please do something about this racket?
Witness, I'll give you a piece of gum later if you'll be good and stick to just facts.
Okay. You promise, right?
Right. I'll be sending the bill for the chewing gum to your office at a later date.
Remind me to send you a thank you note later too, Edgeworth, old chum.
And they were roommates.
The Nickel Samurai. That's right, it was the Nickel Samurai that I saw.
Be a little more careful with your testimony, please. Not too long ago, you said he was wearing his racing jacket, and now he's not.
Not too long ago. Then let me ask you this. When you were an itty bitty, what was your grand dream? What did you want to be when you grew up, Whippersnapper?
My dream, huh? Well, I, wanted to judge... I wanted to be Judge Ragnar, hero of the public court. So what?
See? And look at you where you are now. You're not a Judge Wagner, are you? Are you?
She's just like my grandma. A piece
Well,
of shit.
what I said earlier. Who puts any weight into things like that? And now is everything. I can't be held responsible for the past.
Since when did court become theatrics over testimonies?
Bruh, where you been?
All that matters is that a man was inside that costume. Isn't that enough?
Yes,
What
but
if it was a woman?
Yes, it would have been convenient for him to wear this costume during the murder.
And why would that be?
That way, no one could see his face, of course.
Exactly! So how do you know it's my client? Well, there's still no advantage for him that I can see. In fact, you'd think the costume would make him stand out all the more.
You're such an annoying child, you know that? You disagree with everything I say.
Isn't that what you're always doing to me?
I got it. Maybe it was more troublesome for him to change in and out of his costume.
Bruh.
He had to go to that post-ceremony stage show right after the crime, you know.
Was there anyone else scheduled to appear at the post-ceremony show?
Well, only contestants were supposed to go on stage in that friendly gesture thing.
And that included the Jammy Ninja.
Of course it included him. That's why Guard came out of Dear Kwan's room. I didn't give it a second thought.
I see.
Well, anyway. He must have been wearing that nickel samurai costume when he was stabbing poor Juan.
So, let me ask you one last time. The person you saw, it really was the Nickel Samurai.
As showy as ever. Haven't I been saying that from the very beginning?
Can I throw in the towel yet?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't need to think too hard on this one.
Huh?
There's a contradiction in her testimony. It's sitting in plain sight. The question is what the contradiction means for us.
Well, I have to figure out what you're talking about first, but okay.
Away, away.
Basically, yeah. I mean...
And knowing is half the battle.
Yeah, basically. We've already established he was strangled and not stabbed. I don't think that's the contradiction. Could it be? Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Nope.
Nope.
You're on the right track, but wrong statement.
Hmm.
Lucas scream.
Go on, press that button.
I did not like that one.
Well, I have to go.
Hmm. Maybe if we murder someone.
No.
No.
Okay.
Think about it this way, Reese. She says it was really convenient for him to use the samurai costume when he was murdering, right?
Yeah.
But why does the knife have all these fucking fingerprints?
Because it came from his room!
But he can't. Wait. He's wearing a costume.
There
So I
was a
just
knife missing in his room!
Wrong statement.
Yeah, I am brain dead today.
I believe in you and your dead brain, honey.
Yeah.
There we go.
Please take a look at this.
Yeah, so it's a knife. Big deal. If you're trying to scare me with that, I'll have you know it won't work.
No, that's not my intention at all. That's the knife that was used in the murder, correct? Your Honor, do you know why this piece of evidence is important to this case? You don't even have to ask. It's because the defendant's fingerprints are on it.
Oh my god, he's developing intelligence.
Is that what you're driving at?
That is exactly what I'm driving at. What are we driving at? And whose car are we driving?
Beep beep.
Yeah, my head, Judge.
If Mr. On Guard was really in the Nickel Samurai costume at the time of the murder, then it's impossible for his fingerprints to have been left on this knife. Actually, he would have wiped all previous fingerprints on this knife right off. Oh, that's right. The Nickel Samurai wears gloves, doesn't he?
He probably took his gloves off before he began the stabbing.
And why would he do something like that? To leave his prints on the murder weapon? There's no way he would do something like that.
However, there is one possibility.
Then let's hear your possibility.
It's very simple. The defendant went to the victim's room while in costume as the Nickel Samurai. That time the defendant had held no intent to murder. He was probably just going to relax and talk with the victim about the stage show. Which is why he took off his gloves.
But a murder still did take place.
It's well known that there was bad blood between the defendant and the victim.
Yes, I have heard that before. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about Mr. Edgeworth's theory? So let me get this straight. Edgeworth's theory goes like this. When the defendant went to the victim's room, he had no intention of killing him. Now, up to this point, are there any problems with this theory?
Save.
This theory contradicts something in an earlier testimony.
What are you babbling about?
Now, for argument's sake, let's suppose Mr. On Guard was the killer. If that's the case, I think it's impossible for the killer to have gone to the victim's room without intent. Be the knife again, wouldn't it?
He just throws the knife at Edgeworth.
This knife. This was used by Mr. On Guard at dinner. Yes? We did establish that. Which means that if my client was, in fact, the killer, then he brought this knife with him when he went to visit Mr. Koida.
I suppose.
However, you just said it yourself. At that time, the defendant held no intent to murder. If that were true, then why would he bring a knife? He wouldn't, would he? Which means, Mr. Edgeworth, your theory was flawed from
Supposition.
Supposition 1.
I thought old Bag was flipping us off.
And one more thing. One more thing.
Okay, Uncle.
If the murderer was wearing the costume at the time of the murder, then there should be glove marks left on the knife. Which means the defendant's fingerprints shouldn't be all over it like bees on a hive. And that brings me to my final point. This knife was planted by the real killer to hide their identity and mislead us.
Gasp.
Order! Order! I say! Order in the court! Was this knife really planted by the killer? Why would the murderer do such a thing? I mean, either one makes sense, but I'm gonna go with this one. It's to frame my client, Mr. On Guard, of course. To frame?
Aren't you forcing the interpretation just a little too hard on this one?
You know what my shit is, Edgeworth.
But we just established that the witness saw the nickel samurai in costume. And if that were true, then there shouldn't be a single fingerprint on this knife.
Witness!
Don't judge me, Edgy boy.
Looks like I made your life a teeny bit more difficult, Edgy Poo.
Witness? Did you, or did you not, really see the nickel samurai?
Well, I guess at first I might have forgotten, but
Are you saying you mixed up Mr. On Guard with the Nickel Samurai, his character on TV?
I mean, I can't really do anything about that now. Look, I was waiting around in front of the doors because, well, I wasn't waiting around for the Nickel Samurai, that's for sure.
She wasn't waiting for the Nickel Samurai?
She was gonna get handsy with the ninja.
Alright then. Who were you waiting around for then?
Just top secret to anyone outside of security.
I have a feeling that you were waiting for Mr. Juan Corridor. Am I correct, witness?
He can smell the horny from here.
The way you think you are a sad amateur with a terrible case of nearsightedness.
Amateur? Me? What am I an amateur of? So, Holdbag was waiting around in front of the victim's room.
She might have been waiting for Andrea.
But it doesn't sound like she was waiting to catch a glimpse of Mr. Corridor.
Maybe Phoenix? Maybe the old bag was waiting around for that person?
If it's who I think me is hinting at, it's certainly possible. This old bag. You were waiting for this person to come out of the victor's room, weren't you? I mean, we can give it a go. Who is this person? This is Adrian. Yep. This is Adrian Andrews.
Andrews.
I am really getting tired. My apologies, guys. This is Adrian Andrews, Mr. On Guard's manager. But why would the defendant's manager be in the victim's room?
Your Honor, give back the photo.
It seems that this is the latest rumor in circulation, Your Honor.
Oh, this is. Ah, I see. The judge seems to be really into the article, if it can be called such a thing. Then this manager, with the initials AA, are you saying it's...
Adrian Andrews. Without a doubt, the witness thought so as well.
Looks like you found me out. Well, that's fine. I can throw away this whole sworn to confidentiality stuff then.
Witness! What in the world are you?
Watch out, Phoenix. Got a bad feeling about this, a very bad feeling.
I got some information. Some very secret information from a certain source. So that's why I was doing my own little investigation. In secret, of course.
But what for?
Oh, just for myself. Personal reasons and all that.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, how will you proceed from here?
I really don't want to do this. However, I cannot simply let this point slide.
I hate you all.
I see. Very well then. Witness, please testify about this secret information.
Get ready. This is going to take the wind out of you youngins.
And I'm gonna leave it there. A nice little cliffhanger for all of you to tune in next week and find out what happens. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us in our sources in the description below, and we'll catch you all next time. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.